something about you. You went to Cranbrook, that's a private school. What's the matter, dog? You in Paris? This guy's a gangster? His real name's Clarence. And Clarence lives at home with both parents. And Clarence's parents have a real good marriage.
Ja Morant, the young and talented NBA player, has recently been in the headlines for his gangster antics, raising questions about his upbringing. But here's the twist, Trap family, Ja Morant actually comes from a decent household. The internet and talking heads have been making a mockery of Ja in wake of these findings. We are going to go in the other direction and remind people that not all tough guys in history had a rough upbringing, contrary to common belief. Today we're going to explore the fascinating stories of individuals who defied expectations and rose from privileged beginnings to become powerful and dangerous figures in history. Today, we're challenging stereotypes as we delve into the top 6 times well-off children turned bad and became forces to be reckoned with. And to kick things off, we'll start with the recent example that challenges our preconceived notions. Let's talk about NBA star Demetrius Ja Morant.
Boy, I'm 3 generations deep in gangsterdom.
Despite his well-off background, Ja Morant's skills and competitive spirit have made him a force to be reckoned with on the basketball court. He channels his intensity and passion to dominate the game, often throwing up gang signs after making a play. Coupled with his latest off-the-court antics, many are calling him a fake gangster. We're not here to debate that, our focus being on the sole fact that it's obvious that he wants to be one, despite his good upbringing and what he stands to lose in his young professional career.
Oh, don't do it, Blackbeard!
The mighty Blackbeard.
Now, let's dive into history and meet our first well-off child turned powerful and dangerous adult, Edward Teach, better known as Blackbeard, the infamous pirate of the Caribbean. Believe it or not, Blackbeard didn't come from a life of poverty or hardship. He was born into a wealthy English family and received a good education. Blackbeard's privileged upbringing didn't deter him from a life of piracy. He became one of the most feared and notorious pirates, terrorizing ships and coastal towns. His imposing figure, adorned with smoldering fuses and a black beard, struck fear into the hearts of his victims. Blackbeard's ability to command a fleet and his ruthless nature made him a force to be reckoned with on the high seas.
I'm a crip. Say something else.
Next on our list is a notorious figure from the streets of Los Angeles, Monster Cody, also known as Sonika Shakur. Despite growing up in a middle-class family, Monster Cody found himself entangled in the dangerous world of gang violence in South Central LA. Monster Cody's coddled early years didn't shield him from the realities of life on the streets in his teenage years. He became a feared assassin for the 8 Trey gangster Crips, leaving a trail of violence and destruction in his wake. Monster Cody's ability to navigate the complex gang landscape and his reputation as a deadly enforcer made him a powerful figure within his community.
I kill Crips for breakfast.
In the next chapter of our list, we travel back in time to medieval Europe to meet Vlad III, also known as Vlad the Impaler. Born into the noble house of Draculesti in Wallachia, Romania, Vlad grew up with all the privileges and luxuries that his aristocratic status afforded him. However, Vlad's upbringing did not shield him from the violent and chaotic world of politics and warfare. As the ruler of Wallachia, he became known for his brutal methods of governance, particularly impaling his enemies on large stakes. Vlad's terrifying reputation as a merciless and sadistic ruler struck fear into the hearts of his adversaries and earned him a place in history as one of the most feared figures of his time.
His name is Vlad the Impaler.
Our next tale takes us to the gritty streets of Colombia, where Griselda Blanco, also known as the godmother of cocaine, rose to power. Despite her affluent upbringing in Medellin, Griselda became involved in criminal activities at a young age. Griselda Blanco's early exposure to the underworld paved the way for her to become one of the most powerful and dangerous drug lords in history. Her ruthless nature, strategic mind, and involvement in the cocaine trade during the notorious Medellin cartel era solidified her position as a feared and influential figure. Griselda's impact on the drug trade and her involvement in countless criminal activities marked her as a force to be reckoned with. Pablo Escobar, one of the most notorious figures in the world of organized crime. Born into a middle-class family in Rio Negro, Colombia, Escobar's early years did not hint at the path he would eventually take. But fate had different plans for him. Escobar's journey from a well-off child to a powerful and dangerous adult began when he established the infamous Medellin cartel, becoming the mastermind behind one of the largest drug trafficking operations in history. His strategic genius and ruthless tactics allowed him to amass an immense fortune and wield tremendous influence. Despite his privileged upbringing, Escobar's criminal empire brought violence, corruption, and chaos to Colombia and beyond. His control over the drug trade, involvement in countless criminal activities, and ability to evade capture for years made him one of the most feared and elusive individuals of his time. Escobar's rise to power and the subsequent war waged against him by law enforcement agencies showcased the extent of his power and the lengths he was willing to go to protect his empire. The effects of his reign still resonate today, marking him as an iconic figure in the history of crime.
It's a lot of cocaine.
Got your gangster ass now.
And with that, we conclude our list of well-off children who became powerful and dangerous adults. From athletes to pirates, gang assassins to drug lords, mystics to political influencers, these individuals shattered the stereotypes surrounding privilege and proved that anyone, regardless of their background, can shape the course of history. These stories have shown us that privilege doesn't always dictate the path one takes in life. The Trap History Channel hopes this journey through history has inspired you to question assumptions and seek a deeper understanding of the human experience. We hope these stories have challenged your perceptions and sparked your curiosity about the complexities of human nature. Remember, Trap family, history is filled with surprises, and it's in exploring these narratives that we gain a deeper understanding of the world around us. Until next time, Trap fam, keep defying expectations and challenging the status quo. This is the Trap History Channel, signing off.